Hi, guys. Welcome. We are going to do just a short little practice that is all about tapping stress out of your body, tapping, thumping, a little bit of shaking, and some face massage. It's something I like to do at the end of my practice to release any residual tension. I also do it while I'm watching something, a movie or whatever, Netflix. I always get into any tension that I might be holding. So this involves making noises. Noises are always good. Releasing sighs, and just allowing yourself to really clear anything that you might be holding consciously or unconsciously. So start by sitting and just let your pelvic girdle drop. You can sit onto your heels or you can cross your legs. And then begin to consciously relax the muscles around your eyes. Let your eyes become like drippy or droopy, like on a nappy afternoon. Eventually, let your eyes close. Now, we'll just do a little check-in. So, first of all, physically, like you can magnify your attention upon your physical sensations. Imagine that you're looking through a magnifying glass. And check in with how you're feeling sensationally. Let any areas of heightened tension become magnified for you to witness. And when you witness them, really do just that. So don't try to change them, push them away, modify them. Try not to right or wrong them. But instead, just let yourself be really curious to whatever it is that you're experiencing. Also notice if you start to like label things and categorize things with your analytical mind, and then try to soften that tendency so that you can just observe. Now, maybe you've been observing the more obvious sensations, the louder ones. Begin to zoom in a little bit closer to become aware of the more silent sensations, the more subtle sensations. Then zoom your awareness in on your emotional life. Notice what happens when you shift from your physicality, from your sensations to your emotions. Where do you feel emotions? How do they move? What kind of weather patterns do they represent for you right now? And can you watch them without categorizing, righting, or wronging? Just watching. Next, let's shift to thought formations. And see if you can witness your thoughts like actual material. And I like to visualize my thoughts like birds flying by, or like clouds in the sky, or like creatures in the sea, so that I cannot take my thoughts so personally. I can see, oh wow, look at that bird, look at that cloud, look at that sea creature doing its thing, so that they can come and they can go more freely. And notice any tendency that you might have to like want to reach out and grab a thought and hold it and then pick it apart and analyze it and attach meaning to it. That's often just an aspect or a tendency that we have. So instead, see if you can imagine that all your thoughts are like, again, like creatures, or they're covered in olive oil. There's like so slippery you can't catch them. So all thought formations are free to come and go, to take shape, to morph, to pass. And ultimately, none of them need to be taken really personally. You can just watch curiously. Then checking in on a soulful level or spiritual level or higher self level, whatever you want to call it, however you resonate with that. Start to connect to this aspect of self and what this aspect is communicating to you. Now, all of these layers are always interplaying. Often our sensations give birth to thought formations, which then give birth to perhaps heightened sensations or emotional experiences. There's all these different ways these layers collaborate and interweave. Often when we feel a tension in our body, it's actually from a thought formation, one that can be distinguished and often one that cannot be distinguished. So just allow that interplay. Let it be what it is. Observe where you're at. It's like you take a Polaroid picture with all of your senses of exactly where you're at right now, so that we can then collect the data for after our little tapping, shaking, releasing practice to see the difference, to notice the shift. So let's start with a sigh. So take a deep inhale breath through your nose. And when you exhale, really try to drop your jaw like ah and sigh. Notice if it's hard to drop your jaw. Like drop it. Drop it like you're dropping a suitcase. Try again. Take a deep inhale breath through your nose. Drop your jaw and sigh. Now begin to shake out your hands in any way. Now you're going to make a fist with your right hand and begin to tap into the palm of your left hand. You can tap around the base of the palm, tap into the middle of the palm. Eyes open or eyes closed. Just see how much you can immerse yourself in the resounding sensations that come from this. And then switch hands. Woo. Soma's barking at fish. Okay, then rub your hands together. Create some heat. And then like you're shaking something off your hands, like something sticky or icky. Really, like you're trying to get it off your hands. Now, interlace your fingers and bring the sides of your thumbs together, and we're going to do a little bit of tapping through the sternum. So you don't have to stay in the center. You can move around and kind of feel for where feels good for you to tap. Sometimes where it feels good is where it can feel a little bit tender. It's kind of like a good, not good, but good, if that makes any sense at all. So start with an inhale breath, and then you'll make a noise like ah and tap. I like to start in the center, like the center of the breastbone. And you can go low and you can go high. And at different tones, you release different kinds of stagnicity. So you can try what it feels like to start with like a low tone and then go higher. And I like to make also like vowel sounds like e, ow, like a, e, I, o, u. A, I, O. And try to feel the vibration moving through your bones. Stay off of the soft part of your belly. And then you can start to move to the sides. I like to go right under my collarbones and even kind of lightly on my collarbones. Whenever you're feeling stress or you're feeling like a tension in through your chest, this can help to liberate that tension. Okay, pause for a sec. Place your palms up on your thighs and then just close your eyes and feel. Taking a moment to integrate and to really notice any shift. Okay, stay integrating if you want to still absorb that. And we're going to do a little bit of a face massage. So starting at the jaw, so come to the space just in front of your earlobes, and you can press 1 or 2 fingers in there and just start to pull down. So you press until you feel a little bit of tension or a little bit of a tenderness, and then slowly pull down. Imagine that when you press, it's like you're pressing just enough that your finger sticks to the tissues. So when you pull down, all of the tissues in the surrounding area stretch like a net, like netting. And open your mouth a little bit and pull down. And you can go to the space just behind your upper jawline and do the same. You could do like five of these, 10 of these. You can do this all day long. Okay, now bring your thumbs to the space to the place just underneath your chin, and then your index fingers to the little nook at the top of your chin. And we're going to slide along the jawline outward to the sides. Now when you get to the upper jaw, then keep gliding back. And just do a few of these. When I first started face massaging, it really hurt. I had a lot of tension in my face, like enormous amounts of tension. So take it easy. Tenderness, often when you press in a place that's tender, it means it needs that. It needs that press. Okay, a few of those. Okay, now we're going to move to the eyebrows. So just move to the space at kind of like before the eyebrows start and start to press up and go along above your eyebrows and to the sides. Once you get to the temples, go back into the hairline. We'll do a few of these. I really obsessively do this in bed. It just feels so good right before bed to release tension from my face. It's like I imagine that all the expressions that I had that day, I'm like clearing them. Okay, now go starting at the same spot, but then go under the eyebrows and to the sides. Now as you do this one, the first point, really press and then release the press, move to where the eyebrows start, just under them and press. Release the press, move another like little space, press, 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 like you're making a little dotted line. Dotted line. Notice the areas where you feel that tenderness. Okay, now we're going to do a similar thing and then kind of underneath the eyes. So not in the squishy bit, but just where you can feel the bone of the eye socket. And the same thing, you're going to press like making a dotted line. Sweet dotted line. Now, if you have a really like dry or sticky face right now, I wouldn't recommend like making one long line, but if you have a kind of bit of oil on your face or moisture, then go ahead and do that. Don't push too hard. And you just visualize here that you're just like increasing circulation, moving any extra fluid out of your face. Okay, now we're going to start at the cheekbone and go up. Now if the line, like the steady press and line, doesn't feel as good for you, then try just going with the dotted line. Press, press, release, press, release, press, release, press, release, press, release. So right now, actually on the cheekbone, like the top of the cheekbone. And then you're going to go into the groove or the valley, so under the cheekbone. Press, release, press, release, press, release. Eating this microphone. Ooh. I often find a lot of tension right in this area. Oh yeah. Okay, now imagine that you're moving the tension and the excess fluid to the sides, like to your ears and to the sides of your skull, like washing it all to the sides. And in a moment, we're gonna move it down. Okay, so now the space in between your eyebrows. Do like this walking motion with your fingers, and you can keep that going up into the forehead. You can even turn it into circles, or you can choose your own adventure, the press and release, or long lines. Oh yeah. And go up into the hairline, and for this I like to use like the tops of my fingers and a little bit of my fingernails. I don't really have fingernails, so if you have long fingernails, this could either feel really good or not good, but feel it for yourself. I like to go press at the middle of the forehead and then glide back. Oh yeah. If I wasn't wearing this microphone, I can still do it with the microphone. So come with that same grip, the tops of your fingernails, just behind your ears, and then do the same, up and back, up and back. You can even find a spot and do some circles, like press and circle, press and circle. You don't really have to go in any particular order. You can you'll start to feel your body knows what to do. Your hands know where to go to find the tension after a while when you get used to self-massage. Okay. We're going to go back to the center of the chin and just kind of press up and down and up and down. And then take your 2 index fingers and go to the sides. Oh, yeah. If you find yourself like frowning lately, you might feel tension here. And again, if you feel a tender spot, take a moment just to press there, maybe do a little mini circle. Wow. Okay, finger to the space above your lip and below your nose, and just pull down. So you press like you're sticking your finger to a some netting and pulling down to stretch the netting. Okay, 2 index fingers, like you're making a fake mustache. And then press and go slowly to the sides. So you can press, go slowly to the sides, and then follow the cheekbones, go up to the ears, and then once you get to the base of the ears, slide down the sides of the jaw and all the way down along these muscles here to the collarbones. And we're going to do that a few times. So here, here, slide down along the jaw. Don't press too hard. So glide along these muscles here to the collarbones. We'll do this one more time. Oh. Okay, now this time when you get to the collarbones, you can add more fingers and just slide to the sides. Kind of imagine you're just like brushing dust off your collarbones. Now you can get more fingers involved also along your neck. So kind of pull down along the sides of your neck and along these big muscles here. Kind of like you're brushing any tension out of your neck or any excess waste. You can also do some circles here as you pull down. Okay, now you're going to go to under your collarbones and do the same. Glide to the side. You can do it with one finger, all fingers, or thumbs, whatever you choose. Now keep moving down along your upper chest as you go to the sides. And I'm not slippery enough right now, so I can't press too hard and pull, but if you do this with a little bit of oil, especially yummy. But still imagine that you're like catching the netting of your tissues as you press, and when you pull, you're stretching all of the netting, creating more space. Okay, we're going to tap out our collarbones. A light tap. I like to go up onto the heads of my arm bones also. Tappy, tappy, tap. Imagine when you tap, it's like when you shake out a bathroom rug, but for your bones. Like tapping out dust. And see if you can imagine that your whole body is like a drum. So when you tap it, the whole thing resonates. Like all your bones receive a little bit of the resonance or the vibration from the tap. De-dusting. Feel free to make noises at all times. And then keep the tapping with your fingers along anywhere on your chest. You can randomly, when you find a spot that's like a yes spot, you stay there. If you feel like a sigh, have a sigh. Okay, we're going to tap through our face. So tap starting along above your eyebrows and temples, but go lightly on your temples. You'll feel if you're going too hard. And then just on your upper cheekbones, I'm just using one finger on each. And then underneath your eyes, but avoid the soft spot, stay on the bone. Okay, we're going to now go into the corners of the nose, one of my favorite spots, to massage. I don't know if that's weird. Maybe a little bit weird. So you start here, kind of at the mid nose, and then keep staying in towards the crevice or the crease or the corners of the nose as you pull down. Once you get down, so you're kind of like beneath your nostrils, add a little bit of pressure there. And then join your 2 fingers in the middle and pull down. And then once you get to the tops of your lips, go to the sides. And we do that a few times. So when you go to the sides, then hit the corners of your mouth, and it's like, phew. So you hit the corners, and then like you're flicking away tension. So we're going to start again. From the nose, draw down. Fingers connect in the center. Go to the tops of your lips, to the sides, and the corners of your mouth. Oh yeah. It's amazing how much tension we hold in corners, corners of the nose, corners of the mouth, corners of the eyes, and all the other corners of the body. Sneaky corners. Go down. Okay, then spend a little bit of time in just massaging in circles the corners of your mouth. And then the corners of your nose. And then you're going to go up, up, up to the space just on the inner parts of your eyes, all the way underneath your eyebrows, out to the sides, and then we'll do some temple circles. So I like to apply the pressure when I'm at the top of the cheekbone, and I press up and back, and when I'm coming back down, I release the pressure. So up, so it's more like up, back, up, back. Okay, now let's continue on with the tapping. So let's go under the eyes again. Okay, now, it's going to be a bit tricky with this microphone, but I'm going to tap onto the cheekbones. But when you tap into the cheekbones and from the lower part of the face, imagine you're tapping upward. Okay, then tap onto underneath your nose, above your lip, both hands. And then to your jaw, all along, everywhere, underneath your lip, bottom lip. And start to tap gently down the sides and the front of your neck, very gently. Again, to your collarbones. And then to your chest. And then let's do almost like we're going to pull tension from the center of our face out to the sides. I'm not pressing hard at all. It's more like a I was thinking like a fairy dusting, like energetically, like sweeping tension out of your face to the sides. And then brushing it down. And once you get to your collarbones, go to the sides again. And from the center of your chest, go to the sides. Okay, and then start with one hand on the top of your shoulder and sweep down your arm. And then other, and just alternate this. Okay, and now the inner parts of your arms, like literally like you just got out of like a dusty cavern. You're just dusting yourself off. And we're going to end then with one more thymus thump. So the fingers interlaced, sides of your thumbs together, and make a noise as you thump yourself. Sounded inappropriate or appropriate. I like my last few ones to be like a little harder and less fast. Okay, Brain, turn your palms up onto your thighs. So close your eyes. And take a deep inhale breath through both of your nostrils. Exhale a sigh. And don't be shy to sigh. Even if you've got people around looking at you, like you're a little weird, just let yourself get weird. Okay, now drop in to notice. Physically, sensationally, what do you feel? How has your physical experience changed, morphed, shifted? Do you feel lighter, brighter? Can you feel increased circulation? Does anything feel like it's balanced? There's lots of creatures around this area, so. And then emotionally, how do you feel? What shifted? And then thought formationally, What's going on? What has shifted? And then soulfully or spiritually, now how are these layers all communicating with one another? What has shifted? Does anything feel like it's kind of balanced or integrated? Is there any particular insight you have on about what you can do for yourself today to nourish any one of these layers or all of your layers? Bring your palms together and lift your heart a little as you humble your brain. Now immerse yourself inside the intelligence of your body, just for a quick moment of appreciation of your body. Gratitude, remembering how magnificent and intelligent your body is. Asking if there's anything you can do for your body today to nourish. And finally, just remember what you want to create today. It can be the most simple thing, can be like a cheesecake. Can be that you just want to have a simple day, creating a sense of contentment. Or it can be starting a project. Just anchor yourself into your center, that place where you know what you want to create. You fine-tune your layers in order to enable a higher ability to focus on what it is that you want. And thank you for doing this little tap-out massage practice with me. I hope you felt and feel the after effects and the shifts. Let this be more of an intuitive thing that you put into your practice, so you don't have to go in that order at all. Try to do this in moments where you're waiting for something on a bus, even if you look weird, or watching something, so that you're getting more in tune with this taking care of the vessel that you're in, and more in tune with becoming aware of the tension that you're holding and working to release that, not only mentally and emotionally, but also really working with yourself physically. If you like this video and you're interested in more like this and also vinyasa practices, you can check out my online studio. We have a 14-day free trial offer, so you can go in and play around and explore, do some practice, and I hope to see you there.